What's going on, people? Ed Smith from Southern Maryland. Um, if you've been in the network marketing space for any length of time, you know, putting together a team, keeping that team together, helping that team grow. Three of the hardest things to do in the industry. It boils down to a lack of a system, a lack of proper planning, a lack of proper guidance, because there are a lot of things we're taught in the industry that just don't work when it comes to practical application. All right. So I was thinking about that and decided to put together this short video. I'm gonna keep it real short because I don't want to take up all your time. Just wanted to put together this short video to talk about that very subject. I myself am a network marketing enthusiast. I've been in the industry a little over 10 years, with some ups and downs. We all have them, ups and downs. One thing we tend to get caught up in is our business, our company, our products, our services, our offer, our comp plan, whatever. We all get hung up on that part, but we lose sight of the most important thing, which is the needs of our potential customers. That's where our focus should be, not on all the other stuff. All the other stuff will come if we put our focus, if we put our attention on the right thing, which is the needs of the customer. We can't force the customer into our opportunity. We can't force the customer into our products and services. We can't force the customer into our comp plan. We have to mold all that around the need of the customer and then ask ourselves, make a conscious decision. Is this a good fit for both parties? If it's not a good fit, then walk away. If it is a good fit, then we make it work where it's mutually beneficial. That's the key to it all, the synergy, mutually beneficial. Okay. So that's the thought process that I'm approaching this with. I'm sitting here right now, chilling on my deck. It's like, 80 something degrees still at night. It's after 8 o'clock at night here in Southern Maryland. And I'm out here on the deck just chilling, having a cold one. Cheers to you. All right. So what I propose, let's just reevaluate and redo this thing. Whether you've been in the industry for a long time, whether you're relatively new, it doesn't really matter. We can make a fresh, clean start starting today, right here, right now, to shift our focus from us-centric to customer-centric. Okay? Focus on the needs of the customer. Now, give you a prime example. Okay? I need you to just take whatever else you have going on out of the equation. Whatever other company, whatever products, services you market, forget about all that crap for right now. I don't mean to call it crap, but forget about all that for right now. Set that aside. We're going to talk about something completely different that has nothing to do with what you're currently doing, but it will not interfere with what you're currently doing. So you can do it in addition to, okay? It won't harm anything. But we're going to do this in a different way. And I want you to compare notes. Compare this process to what you're already doing with your other company and see which way is more beneficial. And then take the lessons you learn and apply them to your other company. All right? Does that make sense? You tracking? Can that work for you? Can you do that? Let's take and follow some simple steps to make it happen. All right. So here's how I propose this plan works. And if you're willing to play along, if you're willing to come along in this journey, then I welcome you with open arms and we'll work with you hand in hand to make it happen. If this is not your cup of tea, hey, no problem. No harm, no foul. You can stop watching right now and go on with the rest of your life. And it's going to be all good. But here's what I'm proposing, particularly to my people who are already in the industry. All right. Let's do something epic. Let's put together an all-star team. Okay. An all-star team that's going to walk into a particular company starting from scratch and dominate right out the gate, because we're going to do things in a systematic way. It's a simple process that can be easily applied, that we can all do, and it will lead to a snowball effect of success for us, our teams, our organization. It's going to be epic. And I'm inviting you to come along right here, right now. Okay, in this segment, we're going to go over an overview of how this whole process is going to work and what you can expect. We're going to talk about how to find qualified leads and how you're going to add 7 new active members to your team in the next 7 days using our proven recruiting process. Okay, so let's take a quick quote from Richard Branson, billionaire business mogul. A couple of quotes actually. First, successful entrepreneurs don't wait for the perfect moment, they create it. That is a very true statement. You can't wait around for everything to be perfect. You have to get out there, get some skin in the game, and make things happen, okay? And his second quote, just start. You will learn so many lessons just by doing. The bottom line is you cannot be afraid. You cannot fear failure. You're gonna fail. It's part of life. The point is you have to learn the lesson. That's the key to it all, okay? So, moving on. Let's talk about the secret sauce, how this whole process is going to work. We're going to change the game. We're going to change the whole discussion, the whole dynamic, all right? So the first step in this process is going to be join our VIP mastermind group. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later, okay? So we talked about setting everything else aside and focusing on this new process, this new program, okay? We are talking about walking into Company X and dominating from scratch, okay? With our all-star VIP dream team is what I should call it, the dream team, but we'll call it all-star team, all right? But the bottom line is we walk into Company X, take over, essentially, okay? In the group, we learn how to properly craft your message so that you are putting the right message in front of the right people at the right time. That is the key to success. We're not just going to broad blast a message out to random people and hope. No, we are going to use a strategic process, craft our message so that we are speaking to a particular audience at a particular time that's going to be mutually beneficial. Everything we do, all of our focus is on our end customer, and we would tailor our message to meet the needs of that end customer, okay? So the process is going to involve 2 steps, as I refer to it, that work coherently, okay? There's active recruiting and passive recruiting. Active recruiting, the whole purpose of active recruiting is to get your program launched, to get it off the ground as fast as possible. We want you to take massive action in the first 7 days. So that's the whole point of active recruiting. And what that involves is direct messaging people. And how you find those people, we'll get into the details in the group, okay? But you want to have an active conversation going with people that you can say to them ultimately during the course of the conversation, hey, here's an opportunity. It may or may not be for you, but would you at least take a look at it? That's the bottom line. That's all you're going to say, essentially, okay? And then while that's going on, we'll also set up a short 10-day YouTube ad campaign. We're going to focus our active recruiting on using YouTube, okay? So realistically, our whole recruiting campaign is going to focus on 2 social media sites, YouTube and Facebook. So we're going to use YouTube for ad campaigns and generic reach, and we're also going to use Facebook groups as our hub. So that's how this whole process is going to work. We're going to recruit 7 people in 7 days using YouTube, essentially, okay? And what it boils down to is we'll run a 10-day campaign. It's not going to cost you much, like, $10 a day, whatever. And you don't even have to pay it for 30 days. So by the time you end up having to pay it, you will have already made more than the cost of the campaign. So don't sweat it. It sounds scary, but don't sweat it. I'm telling you, you won't come out of pocket right away. All right. Now, the passive recruiting part is we'll use social media sites like YouTube and Facebook to post videos, post, pictures, post statements to draw attention to what we're doing. And what happens is where the active recruiting is designed for liftoff and to get you some momentum, the passive recruiting is mainly for sustainment. So once you get some liftoff and some momentum, you reach that point, then you go into cruise control and the passive recruiting takes over, and your active recruiting tampers down, so that your passive recruiting is now your main recruiting vehicle, and it goes on and on and on, and steadily brings you attention, steadily brings you more people interested in asking questions about what you do. So the whole point is having people come to you instead of you having to chase people. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying at this point? Okay. And then in the end, all we do is teach our people to follow the same process. That's it. Easy peasy. Does it make sense? So now the next step is up to you. All right. Make a commitment. Set aside whatever else you have going on. Set it aside. What we're about to embark upon has nothing to do with that, and it will not interfere. I'm telling you, it will not interfere. What it will do is actually going to enhance what you're already doing, because what we're going to learn here, you can apply there later, and then you can dominate 2 platforms. All right, does that work for you? That sound good? If that's your cup of tea, then let's do this. Join our VIP group. It's free. We're going to teach you the lessons. We're going to give you the blueprint. We're going to give you the game plan, the action plan, take you by the hand, tell you step by step what to do, when to do it, how to do it, how to grow this particular company that we're talking about. Okay. It's not going to cost you thousands of bucks. It's going to be free to do this process. Okay. Now, of course, you have to look at it from a business standpoint. With any business, any legitimate business, there are going to be minor expenses. Okay. But the beautiful thing is, here's how our process is going to work. Step number 1, we get you signed up and set up and ready to rock out the gate. Step number 2, within your first 7 days, our first goal, have you make back every dime you spent on this opportunity in the first 7 days. So in your first 7 days, you hit your break-even point. Step number 2, help you work with the team members you bring on board to help them recoup their initial cost in their first 7 days. Okay. In doing that, that's going to position you to the point that by the time your first 30 days cycle, you will be in a profit position without question. Okay. You will be in a profit position. So the methodology is simple. Take the focus off you. We're going to help you. You're going to help the people that you bring on. And then together, we're all going to help the people they bring on. Okay. Simple, easy peasy. It's all about focusing on other people. And when you see how simple this is, you're going to be like, what? There's no way. And when you do it and when you accomplish it, you're going to be like, wow, this is crazy. Okay. So we have a plan. Join our VIP group. Click the button below. Join the group. We'll set you up. We'll get you going. Break even in the first 7 days, in profit by your next 7 days. That's our ultimate goal for you. And it's doable. You ready? Let's rock this. Let's get it going. All right. We'll get into more details, specifically on what we're doing, how we're doing it, and who we're doing it with inside the group. But you got to join the group to be inside the group. Now, this is not for people who are just curious. Okay. I want to say that right now, right out the gate. It's not for the looky-loos. It's not for the, I want to see, I'm just curious, I'm just nosy. That's not for you. This is for action takers only. Action takers only. You got to jump in. You got to be ready to rock. Plain and simple. And we'll show you everything you need to do. If you jump in, if you're ready to take action, we can make you an all-star. That's our goal. All right. So again, click the button, join the VIP group, and let's do this. Take care. See you on the other side. Peace. Oh, and cheers. Have a good evening. Have a cold one on me.